Hey folks, I'm Tommy Master and this is my very first Data 36 video tutorial. As you can see, I managed to broke my wrist, so that's why I do a video and not an article this week. Anyways, this week I will show you 9 tips or 9 best practices that will make your life in the command line and in Bash especially much easier. Okay, so what I did, I opened up my terminal window and I SSH to my server. It's Tommy at my IP address. I add my password and boom, I'm in. So the first command what I will show, anyway, I will show you today very simple but very essential tools. So the first thing is the tab key. So if I start to type CTRL R, which is the name of the folder I will use, practice, and I hit tab, then bash, or basically the command line, automatically extends my text and it understands that I want to go into my practice folder. It's really cool because I don't have to type all the words and all the characters. It's especially great if I have longer file names, but in this case it's also handy. So it's cd practice and I'm in the folder. It works with folders and with comments, so any type of text. So if I start to type CA, which will refer to cat, to the cat command, and I hit tab, then cat is there in the options, but as there are more than one options, it lists me all the options, so I can continue with cab, hit the tab again, and in this case it extends to cab extract, which is a command that we haven't really thought about, so I won't fire it. I just delete it and I will type cat, hit tab again, and what I can see that it lists all my files, so I will cat my demo script, demo tab, there are demo 3 CSV and the demo script, so I will demo C tab and it extends to demo script. Cool. So this is the tab key. It's very practical if you don't want to type too much. And another very practical tool is the up and down arrows. So I show you, if I use the up arrow on my keyboard, then it automatically brings back my last command. If I hit it again, then the one before, and so on. So you can bring back your commands with the up arrow. So if you want to modify something or if you mistype something, it's very handy that you don't have to type it again. Or if you use the down arrow, it works as well, but in the other direction. So it's really cool. And of course, if I hit enter, it just prints again the script. So these are the up and down arrows. Okay, if you don't want to go one by one, then you can use the history command. I don't have to type the whole thing, I just extended it with the tab key. And if I hit enter, it lists out my last commands, the last 182 actually. But yeah, I can see that I use this command like CSVKit, or I can just copy paste this old command, head fly delays, pipe column. I'm not sure what I have used this, but the thing is that I can get a history. And if I want to filter to a specific command, like I want to see all the commands that I used with cat, then I can grep with history. So if I use history, grep, and I pipe grep in it, if I use history grep cat, it means that I will filter my history only for the lines that contains cat. Then I will have all the commands where I used cat. Pretty cool. The next command is very handy, especially if you are working on multiple screens or if you are doing video streams like I do. So if I want to clear my screen, I just type clear, hit enter, and it clears all the things. If I scroll up, I still can get it back, but yes, I just cleared my screen. And if you are too lazy to type clear into your command line, then you can still use Command R. I'll show you. So I hit Command R. I'm on the Mac, so if you are on the Windows, you can use CTRL R, I guess, but I'm not sure. But on Mac for sure, Command plus R, it clears the screen again. The next cool tool what I will show you is a tool called CSVKit. I've heard about this tool first in the book called Data Science at the Command Line by Jero and Johnson. This is a really cool book, by the way. I really recommend if you want to go deeper into command line tools. So the command itself, it's not CSVKit, but to have the commands what I will show you, you have to install CSVKit. So you have to type sudo pip install CSVKit. Okay, maybe for you it will ask for a password, but don't hesitate to type your password. Okay, it's almost done. And what I have right now is the full installed CSVKit. So let's see what we have in our folder. Yes, for example, I will use this demo3 file. So you can see it contains numbers, or actually I will use the flight delays file. So if you remember, this flight delays file contains details about different flights in the US. And this is not too nice how it's displayed, right? It's separated by commas, but it's really hard to process. So what we can do is, for instance, I will cut 5 columns. Whoops, I forget to add many options. Wow. Okay, better. So I cut 5 columns. Airtime, air delay, depth delay, origin, and this first one that I don't want to read. But if I add CSV look, it's much nicer actually. So it's much easier to process for the human. So I really recommend this CSV look. Obviously what I did, I cut few columns and cut the first 10 lines from the file, but it works with bigger files as well. And the second one is the CSV stat that I will demo you on the demo3.csv. So if I type CSV stat demo3.csv, yes, it will just give me back some informations about my file, largest value, sum, mean, median. What you should know though about the tool, that it uses headers. So in this case, it understands the first line of our CSV file as the header, so it's not in the stats. So most probably I should just go and modify my demo file for this example. All right, and if I run csv stat demo3.csv again, then yes, my header will be number, and these will be the correct data. So unique value, smallest values, largest value, summary is 25 now, not 24. Okay, the next trick that I will show you, it will look a bit dummy trick, but still it's very useful. So if I print, for instance, the first 100 lines of flight delays, I use tab. On my screen, then I will I want to print the last 500 lines. Then the issue is that if I have so many information on my screen, it's really hard to miss that one line where my second cat starts. So for this, I said it will look a dummy thing, but for this we are usually in practice do like something like we hit multiple enters, so 10, and with that, this big block, there you go, this big block of colorful lines will hit your eyes much easier. And the last command line tool that I would like to show you today is the man, which practically stands for manual, and it gives you a manual for all the tools, or not all the tools, but almost all the tools. So if I type man cat, that will give me a manual for cat. Okay, so the most important part of this, that I get a list of options that I can use. I'm not interested in this. So I get all the options that I can use for cat with description, and it works with grep as well. So in grep especially, there are so many options that are very, very useful when you are filtering, and yes, you don't know about them necessarily if you don't use them, but at the point you have to use them, so you just go into the manual and learn about them. You can exit with the Q key. And the very last piece of advice I can give you today for Bash and just in general that use Google. So if you have a problem, you can make sure that someone before had the very same problem. So don't hesitate and use Google first. So I will give you a very specific example. Like for instance, I would like to bash remove last character from line, which is sometimes needed, and most probably you will end up on Stack Overflow or Stack Exchange, where yes, I want to remove last character from a line, and yeah, here's the answer. And the good thing that here they can upvote good answers, so most probably the first answer you will see here is a good answer. So you don't even have to think about it because it's already validated by the community, and you can just use this command. First, of course, you should try it if it works, and I always recommend to understand all the commands what you are using, not just copy pasting it. I'm saying this just for the record, but Stack Overflow, Stack Exchange, and Google are very good tools to find the answers for your questions. And basically that's it for today. Thank you for watching this video, and if you liked it, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel, or feel free to subscribe to my newsletter list, or actually both. Thank you, bye bye.